what will happen with Brock Purdy? Because it seemed like there's ample opportunity to get this deal done, TJ.
Yeah. Well, we all know what's going to happen. They're going to pay him. Much to Brockman's chagrin. And he's going to flip out because Brock Purdy's going to get $60 million. And that's what they do with quarterbacks,
But didn't he deserve that? Hasn't he earned his money at this point?
No. What do you mean?
Come on. Give the guy his money.
I mean, look, obviously it's not my money. You can do whatever you want with it. But, when are these teams going to figure out you don't have to pay these guys this much when they haven't proven anything? Jimmy Garoppolo went just as far as Brock Purdy has taken this 49er team. And what are we doing? I just, look, there's a long track record of these guys getting paid and then not doing anything. Look at Tua. Hey, Lions fans, always in my mentions. How'd that playoff game go for you with Jared Goff this year?
Look at any quarterback who hasn't won the Super Bowl, right?
But not, failed spectacularly like Goff did this year. Purdy, how'd it go when all your best players were hurt and not available? How'd this season go? If you're great, you elevate others. You don't get elevated.
Yeah, bro, but you can't elevate the 65th man on the 53-man roster like the Lions after they had so many injuries.
I mean, I hate to always bring this dude up, but Tom Brady did. Come on, guys. And Tom Brady was never the highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
Tom Brady's also an anomaly, though.
I don't know. I keep hearing that there's so many other quarterbacks better at playing the position than he is.
No, you don't.
Well, then why don't they have as many rings as he does? Come on.
The one question.
You can't pay Brock Purdy $60 million. You just can't. The Dallas screwed up paying Dak $60 million. I think we can all agree with that. The Dolphins screwed up paying Tua. You don't have to do it. The Jaguars, look what happened this year when they paid Trevor Lawrence. Can't stay healthy. Come on.
The one thing with Lynch is he does have a history of taking his time. He took his time on Nick Bosa. He took his time on Brandon Ayuk. And
they'd like that Ayuk back.
They'd like that back. He did take his time, and he has said that the one thing the San Francisco Gate is saying, and I like to always give people credit for it, there is a big difference between Lynch's remarks in the past years about what he says about getting these jobs done and getting everything inked. He left open the idea that a Purdy extension won't get inked. He just said, there's no guarantees that we get something done, but my experience has been when both sides are motivated, there's ample opportunity to do so. We've been able to do that. The great news is with the CBA and all that, he's going to be with us, but there's no guarantee, but we're going to endeavor to get it done. I mean, that's GM speak for sure. But is there a chance this doesn't get done?
No, probably not. I would assume it gets done. What's the alternative? You make him play it out. I mean, this is what I would do. Make him play it out, really make him prove it, and then you franchise him and make him prove it again. But it just comes down to, do you want to pay this guy $60 million over 4 or 5 years, TJ, or do you want Sam Darnold for half the price?
When you put it that way.
Isn't it amazing how Sam Darnold has become the darling of the conversation?
Well, because he pulled himself out of football purgatory last year. So he earned the right to be thrown into these conversations based upon his play.
John Lynch also went on to talk about Debo Samuel and his trade request.
We're on good terms with Debo. I think, he's asked for a fresh start, and, I think we're going to honor that. Don't like seeing great players, and he is a great player. He's, I think often one of my favorite draft picks in my time. This guy's just he makes plays, and he makes game-changing plays. And, everything's good, but I think at some point time happens, and he asked for that. We don't always, there's contracts and things, but it probably makes sense. So we're at least allowing him to look, and we're having conversations. We'll see where that goes.
Oh, a lot conver's happening in the National Football League right now. A lot of
Debo
conversation.
thing's really interesting. So he just turned 29. He's been banged up a bunch in his career, but when he is at the peak of his powers, TJ, man, is he a absolute game wrecker and a game changer. What do you do with him? Would you trade for him? You want the Cowboys to trade for him?
Like I said, Chris, you got to stop asking me stuff that makes sense for this team.
That would be selectively aggressive, TJ.
I mean, that would be. And That's not going to stop making me laugh, apparently. But yeah, they'll selectively decide not to pursue a talent like Debo for sure. That's just not what they do.
Samuel's All-Pro showing in 2021 earned him a 3-year, $71.55 million extension in July 2022. The question will be now.
Debo.
He was awesome that year.
I mean, he was insane.
1,400 yards, another almost 400 rushing, and then hasn't really been, missed some time in 2022, missed a couple of games the last couple of years, but only 51 catches last season.
Well, he's hurt.
He still played in 15 games.
True. The Niners would create a negative cap charge of over $15 million by trading him before June 1st. That's a nice chunk of change.
Yeah, he's for sure on the move. He won't be with San Francisco next year.
Where will he be?
Good question. I seen Washington as a good spot. That's kind of fun. I don't know why you wouldn't want to play with Jaden Daniels and all the excitement going on there. Look, New England would be a nice spot too.
By the way, we'll take anybody.
Why do you laugh?
Well, of course, you got to throw them in there.
Drake May. You don't think Drake May is young and exciting?
Sure.
More so than your quarterback.
Put your fingers like
listen,
this.
stop.
Chris, put your fingers like this. Debo.
Debo.
Oh. Look, why not?
What is going on here?
Like, we're having a seance.
Come on, bro.
man.
Mike, yoga mats are not just for Amazon and Hyundai here.
Jeez.
I'm trying to channel some feeling of getting somebody to catch the ball.
We need Debo.
The fans in the back don't want that.
Oh, we need help.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S. Search Rich Eisen Show on your Roku device for daily replays.